So today we're diving into a system called Forerunner. Now, this isn't about generating more clean energy. It's actually designed to solve a much deeper, kind of hidden problem. How do we prove that the surplus energy we already have is real? It's a fascinating answer to a huge paradox at the very heart of our green transition. Let's get into it.
And to really get why this is so important, we have to start with that paradox. It's a real contradiction that's happening right now in our modern energy system.
Think about it. We're producing an incredible amount of clean energy from solar, wind, and batteries, way more than ever before in history. So if that's true, why are we seeing all these strange symptoms? Why are our power grids constantly under pressure, sometimes even to the point of breaking? Shouldn't all this new, clean supply actually ease the burden? And what about all those expensive, super valuable batteries? The key to storing all this energy? Why are they so often just sitting there, not charging or discharging when we need them the most? And here's maybe the weirdest one of all. Why are these incredibly power-hungry technologies like AI facing an energy crisis, with data centers literally struggling to get enough electricity? It just doesn't add up, right? And here we get to the core of it. The problem isn't that we aren't generating enough energy. The problem is a lack of truth. We can't actually prove with absolute finality where surplus energy is, why it wasn't used, and what happened to it. It's basically a giant accounting black hole. And this is exactly where Forerunner comes in. Honestly, the best way to think about it is as a kind of courtroom for energy. It's a system that just establishes the facts of a case without actually interfering. Now pay close attention to that last part, without controlling the grid. This is absolutely crucial. Forerunner is not trying to manage energy in real time. It's a system for establishing what has already happened. It simply observes the evidence, judges the facts, and settles the case. So how does this energy courtroom actually work? Well, it uses this really simple but incredibly powerful three-layer system. Let's break down how that analogy maps to the actual technology. So it all starts with the witness, which observes the physical world. Then you have the judge, who reviews all that evidence and delivers a final verdict. And finally, there's the outcome, which takes that verdict and turns it into real, irreversible, productive work. Each layer has one job and one job only. Okay, let's look at that first layer, the witness. It's called the Physical Evidence Initiative, or PEI. And it uses really simple tools like RFID tags, the same tech that's in your office keycard, to make energy assets physically visible. Was a battery actually on site and ready to go? Was a backup generator fueled and available? PEI turns these physical facts into hard data. And the crucial point here is that PEI isn't even measuring electricity. It's just answering this one incredibly simple question. Because without this, you have no idea if energy wasn't used because of a complex grid issue or just a simple logistical failure. This is the first vital piece of evidence. The impact of this is totally transformative. Suddenly, you're not guessing anymore. Logistics become data. Assumptions get replaced with hard evidence. And this lets you finally see all the hidden bottlenecks in the system that were completely invisible before. So once the witness presents its evidence, we move to the second layer. This is the judge, or the Energy Finalization Infrastructure, EFI. It takes the physical evidence from PEI, combines it with data from energy meters, and then acts as a settlement layer. It's read-only, which means it just observes. It never controls anything. Its only job is to certify surplus energy as a final, audible fact. And this right here is the verdict. EFI issues something called an Energy Finalization Unit, or an EFU. It's a permanent digital record that makes this simple, incredibly powerful statement. There's no ambiguity, there's no debate. For that specific moment in time, the case is officially closed. And this is the core transformation. You see, before Forerunner, surplus energy is this fuzzy concept. It's estimated, it's modeled, it's debated, and yeah, it often gets politicized. But with Forerunner, it becomes concrete. It's observed, it's judged, it's settled, and most importantly, it's made final. This shift from endless argument to settled fact is the real game changer. Okay, so you have this final, undeniable proof. What do you do with it? Well, that's layer 3, Aethermind. It acts as a clean sink for these finalized energy outcomes. It takes that EFU as proof that energy was available and unused, and then it uses that proof to authorize some kind of irreversible digital work. What you get is this beautifully clean, perfectly linear process. You have a surplus event, it gets settled by EFI, that outcome is finalized into an EFU, and that EFU is then used to produce some kind of valuable, irreversible digital output. And the best part, it's completely decoupled from the stress of the live grid. And what kind of work are we talking about here? Well, things like running complex scientific simulations, producing cryptographic proofs for security, or, and this is a really big one, executing AI inference. It lets us power the future of computing with energy that otherwise would have been completely wasted and totally unaccounted for. Okay, so that's the theory, that's the tech. But what does this actually look like in practice? Let's look at a few real-world examples of how the system turns what was once waste into truly valuable work. Okay, let's just walk through a few of these. Take a microgrid, right? They're always wasting solar power, but they can never prove it. Now, EFI can certify exactly when that happened, giving them hard data to get better funding. Or look at data centers and AI. This is huge. It lets them decouple their workloads from grid risk by using proof of past surplus energy to do work now. For green hydrogen, it anchors their environmental claims with undeniable proof, making their accounting trustworthy. And for regulators, it gives them neutral, after-the-fact evidence to help end all the political arguments and just make policy based on reality. So, when you zoom out and look at the whole picture, you realize this isn't just another energy tech product. It's really an infrastructure for truth. And this is the fundamental insight here. The argument is that our energy transition isn't stalling because of a lack of solar panels or batteries. It's stalling because we lack a system for creating truth with finality, a way for us all to just agree on what actually happened. So, Forerunner really leaves us with this powerful question to think about. We spend so much time and energy debating and modeling reality. What happens when we can just prove it, settle it, and then start using that settled reality to build the future? What kind of new possibilities open up then?